Hi everyone, John here back again with the post-match reaction to the West Ham United away game to Leicester City. So let's start off as we always do with the team sheet. As everybody knows, when the live stream that I did went out, or what, as everybody doesn't know, because when it was done, there was only 2 people watching. So thank you for you two. That was great. But let's start off with the team sheet, and I wasn't happy, and this is the reason why. In goal was Adrian. Great choice. Great to see that he dropped Hart again. At the centre backs we had Rice, Ogbonna, and Creswell. Zabaleta at left wing back. Zabaleta at right wing back, I should say. Masuaku at left wing back. Kawate and Noble in midfield, holding midfield with Lanzini and Joe Mario in attacking midfield technically, and Arnautovic up front. Now that was a ridiculously negative lineup. Reason being is because it was, even though obviously Fernandez came in for Mario came in for Fernandez, but as I say, and then Masuaku coming in for Evra. So it was, but this game was a prime example of why that you should never set the same team up against 3 or 4 teams. You should change it for your opposition. Now, if we'd had a more attacking lineup against Man City, I would have been much more happier than that with the game. But the problem is the fact that we didn't, and it was just set up not to lose. Same with Arsenal, set up not to lose. This game set up not to lose, but it worked. Because Leicester aren't as good as Arsenal. I don't care what the Leicester City fans say. Leicester are not as good as Arsenal, and that Leicester are not as good as Man City. So, so that was the side of it. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of it, is the fact that you set your club up. So you set your squad up to play what's in front of you. But it would have been great to get a point off Man City. Was never going to happen. Would have been great to get a point off Arsenal, which we were due to do up until the last 9 minutes of the game. So anyway, go back to today. Subs were Nathan Trott, the under 21 goalkeeper, who's having a fantastic season from what I understand. We also had Carroll, Hugo, Obiang, Evra, Fernandez, and Cullen on the bench as well. So, from what I understand of it, apparently Hernandez was injured with a knee injury, apparently. I don't believe that in any shape or form. I think there's been a massive falling out again. And obviously everyone knows about the fallout that Carroll had with Moyes during the week, about him storming off on Sunday against City. When all 3 subs were used, he went down the tunnel, and there's certain reports are saying that he went to the toilet, but apparently not. And there was a massive bust up in training on Monday, and he was relieved of duty, should we say? And then he apologised by text apparently, and was told to come in and apologise to him and everybody in the team, which he did. And then was still heavily fined. So let's talk about the game itself. So, I hold my hands up. It was not negative football in any shape or form. This is West Ham of the old days. I never thought that would be possible with that lineup, but it worked 100%. Really, really good. So I just need to sort the lighting out a bit. There we go. Yep, a bit better. So yeah, let's talk about the actual game now, shall we? Okay, so 5 minutes in, well, actually, technically 30 seconds in, we conceded a throw, and I think, here we go. This is what's going to happen. Leicester City are all going to be all over us, but I was far wrong, and I'm holding my hands up. I'm more than happy to admit when I'm wrong and when I've made a mistake. Boy, did I! First half was absolutely superb. First 5 minutes comes in the first. Lanzini, Zabaleta, Mario, Noble play really, really good football between each other. Mario goes for a strike and nothing happens. It just goes off target, if I remember correctly. And then a couple of minutes later, again, an out which is running for the ball. Ball's played in beautifully to him. Hamer, I think you pronounce it, Leicester's goalkeeper in charge of. He basically slides for the ball, gets it with his feet, but it doesn't do it properly. And Alvich doesn't notice it, and it was fluffed by the goalkeeper. If Arnautovic was a bit more on the ball, because it was understandable, it's a split second thing that happened. That could have easily been 1-0 because he could have controlled the ball better. He could have dinked it over him, passed it to somebody, and boom, goal. But and then again, a couple of minutes later, Arnautovic again. Lanzini is running with the ball, strikes the ball, bounces off Arnautovic, and it's a goal kick because it bounces off his left shin, which is a shame because again, it's West Ham. 2 minutes later, on the 12th minute, Masuaku bombing down the left. Great ball over, but Zabaleta heads it wide. And a few seconds later, Arnautovic again is running in, but he's just that little bit offside. I think his bootlace is offside. But again, a great ball in from Arthur Masuaku. A couple of minutes later, again on the 15th minute, Kawhi running back to defend, slips over, but he bounces off. I think it might be Morgan. And we get the first corner of the game. Scramble for the ball as it always is when it comes to corners, but unfortunately nothing happened. Nothing really is doing unless to go on the counter attack, which fails miserably. Creswell bombs down the left as well. Again, a few seconds later, and it's an easy save for Hamer to make. 32 minutes in, almost 1-0. Arnautovic was a beautiful strike just off the middle part of the bar, and it pings out. Now, for the goal itself, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. 1-0 by Joe Mario. Again, it's Arthur Masuaku who runs down the flank, gets the ball in, beautiful ball in. Arnautovic sees Mario's in space, passes it to him, and Mario just basically does an Arsenal. He just taps the ball in, boom, 1-0. Heyman, no idea what was going on. It's Mario's second goal for the club now. Really, really good awareness. I mean, it was the easy. I mean, anybody could have scored it. To be fair to Mario, not to be harsh to Mario, but to be fair, it was a very, very easy goal to score. But he did it, and we're 1-0 up. 37 minutes in. Not a lot really going on the pitch at the time, but the songs that were being sung between the two supporters was hysterical. Really understand why Puel is under all the pressure that he is. Our fans singing "How shit must you be? We're winning away," the usual stuff, and then the Leicester fans sing back to them, "How shit must you be? It's only 1-0," because they obviously know how shit the team is playing. And to be honest, they weren't wrong. They're not wrong. Leicester weren't brilliant. Leicester was nowhere near as good as they were at the start of the season, or even last season, or the season before when they won the league. Arnautovic is booked badly on the 41st minute. To be honest, it's a poor decision. I don't think it's a booking. It's a foul, but it's not even a foul really. It's just about 50-50. Yes, okay. You can see on the replay that he just clips. I think it's Maguire's heel. I think, or whichever Leicester player it was, he clips his heel. So yes, okay. But so from that side of things, it's a good call from the ref. But Wes Morgan, their captain, made some absolute shocking challenges. He pulled Noble down to the ground. He had a bit of go at Lanzini, and he just had a word being said to him, and that was it twice. Yeah, Arnautovic has this tiny little thing in comparison, and he's booked. Poor decision from the ref in that terms. I mean, it was right to book him because it was a foul, but poor in the way that he handled Wes Morgan, because any other day of the week, he would have been sent off for 2 bad challenges in a row. But this is what happens in football. And then 44 minutes in, just before the break, Leicester get a corner because ball comes into Vardy and Ogbono makes a great clearance, and it's to see the ball out, and it's a corner. So 1-0 up at the break. Very, very happy with that. As I say, we're just not expecting us to come out and play as well as we did. I mean, obviously, I wanted us to. I said it would be a miracle in my live stream. I said it would be a miracle for us to get 3 points. So 2 minutes into the second half, I mean, Leicester made a change at the break. Sorry, I should say, which was not that many people give up monkeys, but Ibora was off and Dragovic came on at the start of the second half. Literally, Creswell made a bad mistake here. He was very fortunate to get away with the booking that he did. But at the same point, Vardy does push him down as Creswell's going for the ball. You can see that his hands are on him. There's no reason for Vardy to be having his hands on him other than to try and push him down to the floor. But Creswell is booked for handball because he grabs the ball as he's falling down. So again, a great decision by again, it's the right decision by the ref. But it leads to Leicester's free kick when technically it should have been, well, neither really, because it was 50-50. But because Creswell held the ball, it's a handball. It's a free kick. But nothing comes of it. On the 50th minute, Creswell concedes a corner which Mahrez takes, and Mahrez was poor this game. Absolutely terrible. The corner that Mahrez took was just absolutely shocking. I've never seen anyone with Mahrez's potential play this badly for a while. 52nd minute in, really good chance by Arnautovic to score, but it just doesn't happen, unfortunately. 5 minutes later, on the 57th minute, great ball in from Masuaku, but unfortunately there's too much on it, and it misses on Arnautovic by miles. Absolute miles. And then Lanzini wins on the 59th minute. Lanzini wins the ball from Chowdhury, who was brilliant for Leicester. I mean, just sitting in the back, taking my West Ham hat off for the moment. Chowdhury was brilliant. Absolutely one of the best players out there. But so Lanzini wins the ball off him. Lanzini goes down too easily, but as the ball's going in, I think Mario was on the ball at that point. Ref quite rightly said the advantage was being played, and unfortunately Lanzini's off, and Arnautovic is offside. Now this is the thing. Again, sitting as a neutral, sitting as a football fan. This is why in my opinion, this is why Claude Puel is under pressure. Okay. He decides on the 61st minute to take Chowdhury off and Iheanacho on, and Diabate comes off and Damari Gray comes on. This led to the Leicester fans singing, or shouting rather than singing, "You don't know what you're doing." And to be honest, I agree 100%. Mahrez should have come off. Chowdhury should have stayed on. Mahrez did nothing in this game. Absolutely nothing. But he bring Pure, 1-0 down. Pure brings the players you can class as the juniors on. I mean, if this was West Ham, it would, all hell would have broken loose for this. But anyway, he does, and the game slightly changes a little bit more in our favour, which is great. Which is exactly what we want under these sort of circumstances, especially when we're still playing playing to get out of the relegation scrap. So, 61 minutes in, Sean Maguire, bad attempt at goal. Very similar to Declan Rice last week against City. 63rd minute, This is the best thing I never thought I would ever say in this terms, but I mean, because we all know how well Noble can play, but I have never ever seen him strike the ball this well and this cleanly and with this much power to put us up 2-0. This ball, this goal from Noble is epitomises for me, epitomises how much West Ham means to him. Absolutely superb. We get a free kick, ball comes in. Defending on from Leicester is absolutely fine. The ball gets headed out. Unfortunately, from Leicester's point of view, Noble is there with space, leans back, kicks the ball, boom, 2-0. Great little curler into the goal, and that's it. Two goal cushion, as everybody likes to describe it as, and we're safe. You know, that's it. Boom, West Ham done. Rocking. That's it. We're safe. We've got the 6 points clear of it. To be honest, there's not much really to talk about. There's not much really that's much to talk about with after the game. I mean, obviously things happened. I mean, I made notes on what of things happened, but this has been quarter of an hour so far, and most of you guys only watched for 4 minutes. But as I say, you know, Lanzini comes off on the 73rd minute, and Carroll comes on. Now that's a little bit weird. It's a bit strange because Arnautovic was knackered from about the 18th, 19th minute onwards. Absolutely run himself ragged. I mean, put in an absolutely brilliant shift. A couple of minutes later, Fernandez comes on and Arnautovic comes off, basically because he's injured. He's down. He's on the floor. He's got. I think he's got cramp because he was running so hard or something. You know, he had the magic spray came out. But yeah, so the literally great counter attack by Damari Gray. Now he's one of the players I said I would love to see in West Ham. He's got a lot of potential, this kid, and he absolutely did a Masuaku style bomb down the left hand side. Absolutely brilliant, but nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now after Arnautovic came off, excuse me, really itchy nose for some random reason. Fernandez came on. There was a pitch invader. One of the Leicester City fans decided to run onto the pitch. And of course, in true banter style, the Leicester City fans started singing "Are You West Ham" in disguise. That did make me laugh. That was good. It took 86 minutes before Leicester had a shot on target, and we were 2-0 up by that point. We had so many shots, it was unbelievable. For the first time in a long, long time, we have been the more dominant side with more shots, more passes, more shots on target. We're usually the ones that are saying, like, for example, you know, we had about 15, 16 shots on target. You know, it's just shots at goal for that matter, and Leicester had about 9. I think it's usually the other way around with us. We're normally the ones that have the 9, and the other team have the 15. You know, it's ridiculous. Couple of great saves from Adrian across the board in the second half. You know, he's made some really good stuff. I mean, Adrian was worried for a couple of them. But that's about it, really, guys. That was, you know, that's the game. That's the game wrapped up. And as I say, you know, we're safe. You know, the table is looking good now. Just going to jump on quickly because just want to see because just before the game ended, West Brom were 1-0 up over Spurs, and it was 1-0. So we get a very, very massive 3 points, and Spurs lose. I mean, you can't get much better than that, can you? So we still should be, we're still 15th. We're on 38 points with 2 games to go. If we lose, if we lose against Man United and Everton, we are still mathematically safe, I think, depending on how the Southampton game goes. But we are pretty close to it. We have, as it stands at the moment, we're 6 points clear, and so we will be, I reckon we'll probably finish about 16th if things go against us. Especially bearing in mind now that, as I say, Southampton have got to play this afternoon, probably literally now. So we'll see what happens with that. But if we finish the season on 38 points, I'll be relieved. You know, a point per game. but that can also get you relegated at the same point. So we're not out of the woods yet, but we're very, very close. We can see the tops of the trees and all those stupid analogies that people use. Now, obviously, unfortunately, depending on your point of view, Stoke are officially relegated now that West Brom have won. Stoke have got one game left and are 3 points away from safety. There's no chance they're coming back. Everyone is saying that it's official. It is official that they've been relegated because they've got one game to go. Because of their goal, basically because of their goal difference, -34. Our goal difference ain't brilliant. It's now back down to -22. The only teams that are around us that have a goal difference is worse than ours is Huddersfield, Swansea, West Brom, and as I say, Stoke on -34. So if it goes down to goal difference, I think we'll be fine. But it probably will. So anyway, thanks guys for watching. If you've liked the video and you feel I deserve it, please click the like button. If you're new around here, please click the subscribe button. Oh, which reminds me, I want to thank Paul and Steve, my Hammers mates, for finally subscribing to my channel to get me to 32 subscribers. Thank you much for that, guys. Really, really do appreciate it. If I see you at the pub on Thursday, I'm definitely buying you guys a pint because I haven't had a chance to buy you guys drinks yet. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. Thank you very much, guys. But as I say, if you're new around here and you like what I'm doing in my videos, then please click the subscribe button. Please feel free to share this with any of your friends if you feel might want to enjoy it. You might feel like it's their kind of channel as well. So yeah, in the meantime, guys, thanks very much, and I will see you tomorrow with the second weekly thoughts video. Bye bye.